Hey, it is Friday, which means it's an episode of People Like You. My name is Emmanuel Osisiri, your online personal trainer and wellness coach. And today I met with a very special guest, Miss Connie Tablet. So Connie is a friend of Yasmin and also my girlfriend Clarissa. They used to do athletics together, and after my interview with Yasmin, she was showing me clips of this woman that was doing squats while she was pregnant, so we'll definitely get into that. But without further ado, let me have Connie introduce yourself and share a little bit about your story real quick.
Okay. Hi, I'm Connie Tablet. I've always been interested in fitness. It's kind of evolved from track and running to just lifting. I decided I didn't like cardio anymore, so I'm excited to share my story.
For sure. Okay, so you did athletics at CSUB.
Yes.
Okay, and was that in track and field? Or?
Yes, so
okay.
I got a scholarship in track and field and cross country, so
Nice.
I did a lot of running.
Nice. Okay, so you've always been involved. Is it something that you've always been involved with from the beginning, or you've always been active, I guess?
Yeah, growing up, there was 4 of us, and I knew I had to do something so I could make it to college. So
For sure.
I ran one day and I beat my dad, and they were like, "Okay, you gotta
do
run. You need a scholarship." Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. So I want to start with your where you're at currently. You're a mother now. How has that changed? How has motherhood changed your regular fitness routine? Because I've seen your Instagram page and things like that, and you're very active still, and you still have a very good balance with your family and husband and daughter. So how has that changed since the pregnancy?
It's definitely not as much of a priority anymore. I still love fitness. I love going. It's kind of a stress reliever after a long day at work. But before babies and husband, I was probably 7 days a week, 2 hours a day in the gym, and now it's kind of dropped down to maybe an hour a day, maybe 5 days a week. But
which is still pretty consistent. Went from 7 to 5 days. That's super good. So nutrition-wise, what are you doing right now to kind of keep it going, especially with family now?
Okay. Well, my husband is like anti-nutrition. We try to eat healthy, but he's definitely like, "Hey, let's go have a drink," or whatever. So when he's at work, I definitely meal prep still. I meal prep all my lunches at work, and I usually stay away from the chicken nuggets at night. But during the weekend, I'm a little bit more relaxed with what we eat and couple drinks and relax and have a good time.
Nice. That's interesting, because I have a friend that they said that as they have kids, they'll kind of taper off their own personal diet because they'll end up eating the stuff that they like to eat. So they'll start picking off their chicken nuggets and start eating their cereal and
that's true.
And stuff like that.
Definitely some mac and cheese in there.
For sure too. But that's really cool, because what I try to promote with the website and my brand is the balanced lifestyle.
Right.
I've done a bodybuilding show myself, and so I know what it's like to be very strict and how that affects you, socially, mentally, for sure, emotionally. So that's really cool how you were able to kind of find your balance with that.
Yeah, that was at first, before the baby, I mean, chicken and asparagus was life, but
changes.
I decided I don't really like asparagus and chicken that much anyway, so kind of varied off of that path.
For sure. So I want to talk about this this clip that got my attention, with you squatting. How many months were you at the time when you were doing that, and what led to you doing it? Kind of take us through that whole story.
Well, when I was lifting before the pregnancy, I was at my max. I was able to squat 315 pounds, and I really wanted to keep that going.
For sure.
So when I went to the doctor, he was telling me, "Oh, you're gaining too much weight," and made me really upset. And so I started doing some research, and I found a bunch of women that were lifting still and still really healthy. There was a woman she was pregnant with twins, and she was deadlifting a lot of weight, and so I just decided I'm gonna keep going. So up until 8 months.
Yeah. So what was the response to that? Because I mean, for me, I did some research on pregnancy and exercise as well. So I think I even did a video on it a while back, and I was surprised at how active you can still be while being pregnant. But not a lot of people may realize that. So I'm sure you got some comments where, "What are you doing?" What was that like?
My mom was one big. She was just very worried for me. She was an advocate about making sure you're safe.
For sure.
I got a lot of strangers coming up to me telling me I needed to be safe for the baby, and I just did about 50% of what I used to do. So I read a lot about as long as you're not doing something that was out of the norm, like I couldn't just start running a marathon if I hadn't been doing it before.
Right, okay. So yeah, that makes sense. And then as far as nutrition, how was that?
They say you get cravings and stuff when you're pregnant, so I really didn't. Just a lot of maybe some root beer, which I didn't drink soda before. But I stayed consistent with meal prepping, and I tried to eat pretty healthy. We definitely ate a lot more candy though.
For sure. So what have been some of the hard times that you've had to overcome, even like pre-pregnancy? Just like, for me, consistency, it's so hard because we're creatures of habit, and so when you develop bad habits, it's really hard to change and switch to newer habits, healthier habits. So what are some things that have been maybe challenging for you, or maybe have helped you to kind of stay afloat? Because still, I mean, to be working out 5 days a week, I mean, I'm only at 4, you know what I mean? So that's still pretty good consistency. What's helped with that?
I don't know. I think I take a lot of photos. I don't know. I don't post them all, but I like to watch my personal progress. I like to make sure that I still look good for my man, and just making sure that my goals are still what I want to be as a woman and as a mom, and so I'd say making friends in the gym has really helped. Reaching out to people and checking in with them, and just things like that. Yeah, for sure. That's a good point. I want to kind of segue into that. Go ahead and share about some of the benefits of building rapport with people in the gym. Because a lot of times, you'll go in and not know anybody, but I mean, if you've been going to the gym long enough, you'll start to see the same faces. Right. So go ahead and share some of the benefits of like that kind of gym accountability sort of thing. Okay. Well, when I first started going, it was just me and my cousin, and eventually she fell off a little bit, but I made some friends. I actually met my husband in the gym. Really? Yes. Nice. And every day I would just say hi, and they'd ask what we're working at, and what are you working at, and and if you need a spot, they'll spot you, and you kind of just build up, like, they'll see what your goals are, and they'll see when you're making like a really big PR that day, and so I think it's super helpful to have gym friends. I mean, I've gone to gyms where I don't know anybody, and instantly my workout's like, I'll stay in for 20 minutes and I'm already over it. Yeah, so that's something that's kind of helped you with your consistency as well through the years. Absolutely. I hear all the time, like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. I switch times, and you start to feel guilty, like, oh, shoot, maybe I should be at the gym more often. Right, for sure. So what are some type of workouts that you're doing right now? Are you doing low weight, high reps, cardio, group X classes? Share kind of. I'm not very coordinated, which is why I only ran. So I don't do group X, and I like to do my own thing. No cardio ever, but I do a lot of banded workouts, so like the weight bands and stuff. Okay. And I'll alternate. So if one day I'm doing high reps, it'll be lower weight, and then the next time I work out legs, it'll be more weight but less reps. Right. So keep throwing your body off guard. Yes. Nice. I always try to surprise myself with new workouts. I'm constantly on Instagram following new people. Yeah, for sure. Using Instagram as a reference and getting new workouts, that's definitely key. So your main cardio, do you still like to run, or? No. I know all the track runners I know are just burnt out. Yeah. The coaches overdid it. Yeah. No, I don't blame you. But do you still find yourself doing like a lot of outdoor activities regularly? I like to rollerblade, and my daughter, I thought she'd love roller skating, but she doesn't, so she likes to be pushed in the stroller. Yeah. So sometimes I'll do that, but I focus more on my cardio on like supersetting exercises. So. For sure. So I know that a big part of staying consistent is, I'm a believer that it has to do a lot with your social environment. I believe that a person with healthy habits that surrounds himself with people with unhealthy habits, it's going to kind of tend towards, switching off to bad habits, and vice versa as well too. So kind of talk about the importance that your husband, family have played in you just keeping up this active lifestyle. Okay. The tablets, if you've ever met them, they're all very active. My nephew is he's like a national athlete. My brother-in-law's competed in shows. My husband and I, we just kind of keep ourselves motivated. And there's a lot of people who kind of make fun of us, like, oh, you're at the gym again or whatever. But you know, it's just developed into something that we like to do. It's like a habit that we keep ourselves. You know, what do you want to do today? You want to go to the gym first and then go do this fun thing? And I don't know, I just feel like it helps that I have someone at home who also supports my goals.
Sure. And I like the key word that you use there too, is just habit. I mean, like a third of my blog posts are on habits,
right,
and the importance of building up. Can you share the importance or the role that small steps have taken? Just, I know you've been active your whole life, but anything that you've pursued, even as an athlete, or just in life, I believe that it takes small steps too. So what a lot of my listeners, or a lot of people that I've talked to, they end up wanting to make these big drastic changes.
Right.
And so I'm trying to change that mindset. Like, no, everybody that's been consistent like myself, everybody that's been consistent like Connie, it's taken small gradual steps to build a habit. So can you kind of like share maybe an experience or something?
Yeah, sure. When I was really into fitness before babies and stuff, I would weigh myself every day. And then I realized, you know, I'm the same weight as I was yesterday. And so kind of checking in with myself maybe weekly or monthly has been really helpful. This is kind of like an embarrassing thing, but I'll find someone in the gym that I'm like, oh, I want to look like that. And then I'll just slowly get to that level. I'll start kind of halfway spying on them in the gym and trying one exercise when they're not there.
Right, no, for sure. No, I've done the same thing, so I still work out all the time, or at least try them out.
Right.
And if it works, then I'll
when they're not there, right? So
no, you can't. Yeah, you can't do a workout while they're there, because then you'll probably get like a weird look or something.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's cool too. Just feeding off of people and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure.
And for me, I've always been about the same weight. So knowing that despite your weight, looking at like muscle mass and just like honestly what you look like in the mirror, because some days I'll look heavier, but I'll like what I see in the mirror, and other days I'll have no fat or whatever, but maybe I feel skinny, or you know, I don't look the way that I'm wanting to look.
Right. Cool. So you mentioned, or maybe I mentioned, the balanced lifestyle, and it's another aspect that I try to preach and everything. Like I said, I've done bodybuilding shows where I mean, I got good results, but my social life, my well-being was so imbalanced at the time. Now you're a mom, you're a wife, you have other responsibilities and stuff too. So kind of talk about like the importance of keeping a work life or a workout life balance with your day-to-day activities.
Okay. I think I never turn down sweets. I know that's my weakness. At work, they're always, as a teacher, they have donuts, they have cake. And so I kind of work that into like, okay, well, I had cake today, so I won't eat as many carbs at dinner. Or, you know, I'm going to have a drink tonight, so maybe tomorrow I'll eat less of the other food that I wanted to have. And so